We're in it for minute 6 of the podcast that breaks down every minute of the most debonair, suave spy franchise and longest running that we've got, James Bond. This is minute 6. I'm Brian.
And I'm Christian.
And this is Bond.
Minute Bond.
Just like minute 4, minute 5 cut out right before some action. So, Christian, what happened in this minute?
This was minute 6, by the way, and it was just like minute 5 in the beginning, because right in the beginning of minute 6, wow, somebody dies.
Yeah, man, they're really aping their last minute. Just already out of ideas. Start with a death, go to a call center. Jeez, creatively bankrupt already.
And did you notice that she died very ladylike? When she got shot, she was like this. She was like, oh, and she like fainted, but she got shot.
Yeah, she swung around. It did her. There's a part where it looks like her hand could be there, but yeah, a little bit. But I actually laughed when the bad guys were revealed. Only when first it does a great pan over to bad guy in window, bad guy in or window door. But then the third guy, it cuts back and this is just the most sugar glass entrance ever because the glass is here. He just takes his gun and goes,
yeah.
and he's just standing there. Nothing moves except, yeah, he literally
the
just
fell apart so easily.
It fell apart so easily. It's like he had his gun here and he just goes, and then boom.
Yeah.
He could have shot her through the glass and done the same effect.
Yeah, exactly. He could have totally shot her through the glass.
Not only that, he breaks the glass, then cocks the gun, then shoots her. And she falls down. Yeah, but the second guy to break glass looks more realistic because he's like, and like striking it, but not wanting to get cut. And he opens it up. And for some reason, that's weird. Let me go back. So the first guy we see, I'm going to call him bad guy number 1, then bad guy number 2, then bad guy number 3. 3 kills her. Bad guy number 2 breaks the glass, and then bad guy number 1 follows him in. So they were at different doors, the bad guy number 1 and 2, for almost no reason.
Yeah.
For a fact.
Right.
If bad guy number 1 was just going to go in with bad guy number 2's entrance anyway. But bad guy number 2, it seems, rolls her over, and that looks like some arterial blood by its color.
Yeah, it looks way too red.
And
like a bright red.
And bad guy number 3 throws the keys to bad guy number 2. And while the other 2 are carrying her out, they're just collecting trophies from their places. I don't even know if these are the same guys from the first one. I wouldn't be surprised.
So
without their blind mice get up.
What I think is happening here is these are Dr. No's henchmen, and they were sent to retrieve the files on himself. So that's what they did.
That's interesting. I'd be very curious, because if that's the case, because I'm really not remembering enough to know exactly whose henchmen they are, I would imagine there's got to be other paperwork. Like, this can't be the only file. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Casino Royale, where there were some people looking for Dr. No that are like, hey, you screwed us over.
Yeah.
If they just need one. But yeah, that Dr. No's there, and it fades over to London. The bluest London.
Yeah. And then in London, what happens in London, Brian?
Well, I do want to just shout out that if this is Jamaica, they were accurate with the time of day, because Jamaica had daytime and London had nighttime, opposite sides of the globe almost, essentially. And some movies mess that up, where like, hey, I'm in Alabama. Are you in Singapore? Oh, it's both daytime? We're both having breakfast? Just want to give props to that, but it seems like the other end of that call because they're saying, "Hello, W6N, report my signal, over."
Yeah.
And
but she's not responding because she's dead.
Oh, damn. And then foreman of signals urgent, he says to the woman who takes a note, and then it cuts out there. But we've got it's a pretty spacious call center, if this is their call center, because normally you see them all like packed in there. And they're if this is a call center, they're very inclusive. They don't decide that it's only women that can do this job.
Yeah.
Very progressive.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see any people of color, so.
Oh, yeah. The only person that we've seen doing a legal job who is a person of color was the person who took the, I believe, drink orders at the cards table.
True. Mm-hmm. True.
But, yeah, looking like they could all be very closely related.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Nepotism happening in the 007 world.
This could just be a big Brady Bunch family. They hired the whole Brady Bunch for their call center. Where's Marsha?
Alright. Are you ready for minute 7?
Minute 007 of this movie. We're going to get there. This has been minute 6.
I'm Christian.
I'm Brian.
And that was money.
Every minute of it. Prediction, the next minute will start with death in the first second and then another call center.
Alright, we'll see what happens.
All right.